Hey there, history buffs and curious minds. Ever wondered what it's like to be locked up in one of the most infamous prisons in the world? Picture this, a cold, isolated island surrounded by treacherous waters, housing some of the most notorious criminals in history. Today, we're diving into Alcatraz Prison, also known as The Rock. Stick around as I share 5 fun facts about this legendary island jail that you probably didn't know. First up, let's talk about the escape attempts. Alcatraz, often dubbed The Rock, was known for its high security and inescapable reputation. Did you know that Alcatraz was home to some of the most daring prison breaks in history? Over the years, there were 14 known attempts involving 36 inmates. One of the most famous escape attempts happened in 1962 when 3 inmates, Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin, made a break for it using makeshift rafts crafted from raincoats. Their story has fascinated people for decades. They spent months planning their escape, digging through the prison walls with spoons and creating dummy heads to fool the guards. The level of ingenuity and determination they displayed was extraordinary. The escapees disappeared into the San Francisco Bay, leaving behind nothing but questions and speculation. Did they survive the treacherous waters, or did they meet a watery grave? The FBI officially closed the case in 1979, concluding that the men most likely drowned. However, no conclusive evidence was ever found to confirm their fate. But the mystery lingers, making it one of history's most enduring unsolved mysteries. The legend of the Alcatraz escape continues to captivate imaginations around the world. Next, let's discuss the location. Alcatraz is situated on an island just 1.25 miles from the glittering skyline of San Francisco. The frigid waters were a natural barrier, making it nearly impossible for inmates to swim to freedom. Even strong swimmers would struggle to survive the icy temperatures and powerful currents that could sweep them out to sea. Now, did you know that Alcatraz housed some pretty notorious inmates? This infamous prison, located on an island in San Francisco Bay, was home to some of the most dangerous criminals of the 20th century. Among them was the infamous gangster Al Capone. Known for his involvement in organized crime during the Prohibition era, Capone was one of the most feared men in America. He was sent to the Rock in 1934 for tax evasion. Despite his criminal empire, it was his failure to pay taxes that ultimately led to his downfall. Capone, used to a life of luxury, was stripped of his privileges and forced to live by the same strict rules as everyone else. The harsh conditions of Alcatraz were a far cry from his opulent lifestyle. Instead of plotting his next crime, he spent his time playing the banjo and enjoying the prison's library. These activities provided a rare glimpse into a more human side of the notorious gangster. Capone even joined the prison band, the Rock Islanders. Music became a form of solace for him during his time on the island. Other notorious inmates included George Machine Gun Kelly, Robert Stroud, and Alvin Karpis. Each of these men had their own dark legacies, contributing to the infamous reputation of Alcatraz. Moving on to our 4th fact, Alcatraz was officially closed in 1963. After 29 years of operation, the prison was deemed too costly to maintain. The isolation that made Alcatraz so secure also made it incredibly expensive to run. Everything, from food and water to supplies and staff, had to be shipped in by boat. The salt air and harsh weather weren't kind to the buildings, causing the concrete to crumble and the steel to rust. The decision to close Alcatraz was a sign of the times, moving towards rehabilitation and reform. And finally, let's talk about its transformation. Today, Alcatraz is a far cry from its days as a forbidding prison. The once notorious island has undergone a remarkable change, evolving into a popular tourist destination that captivates visitors with its rich history and stunning views. The island is now a place of history, remembrance, and even beauty, drawing over 1 million visitors each year. The gardens, once tended by inmates, now bloom with vibrant flowers, adding a touch of color to the stark landscape. People come from all over the world to explore the island and experience the eerie silence and haunting atmosphere that still lingers within the prison walls. Walking through the cell blocks, you can almost hear the whispers of the past. You can even take an audio tour featuring stories from former inmates and guards. These first-hand accounts provide a chilling glimpse into what life was like on the Rock, making the experience all the more immersive. If you ever find yourself in San Francisco, make sure to add the Rock to your itinerary. The breathtaking views of the Golden Gate Bridge and the San Francisco skyline from the island are simply unforgettable. So there you have it, 5 fun facts about Alcatraz prison that give you a glimpse into its fascinating history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more intriguing stories from the past. And I'd love to hear from you. What's the most surprising fact you learned today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of history.